I don't know if anybody told you this, but you can have the life you want. You just need to focus on the vision and focus on the things that you can control. Now, maybe you're currently over here. Maybe you're broke, you're anxious, you're depressed, you have no savings, you have no control, you don't make enough money, you don't have the job you want, you don't have the house you want, etc., etc., etc. You can come up with all the bad things. Maybe you're over here, but maybe you want to be over here, which is having savings, money to do things, financial security, generational wealth, less anxiety, more control over your situation. So, how do you get from here to over here? That's the question. The answer to that question is plans, actions, mindset, consistency, and I'm about to show you how to start. First, I want you to close your eyes and envision the life you want. Where are you living? What type of car are you driving? What type of job do you have? How much money do you make? What does your daily life look like? What music do you listen to on the way to work? Or do you want to work from home? What type of dinners are you cooking? Get down into the nitty-gritty details and put it into writing, but write it in the present tense. When you're writing out these details of the life that you want in the present tense, make sure you write about how it feels. What are the feelings that you have when living this new life? After you do that, now think about what would it take for you to actually get there? What type of steps would you have to take to get there? And write those down on a separate piece of paper. Maybe you would have to get a new job to be able to make the income you want, or to be able to be in a less toxic work environment, or whatever it is. Maybe you would have to get a new car to fit into this vision. Maybe you would have to be more consistent with yourself and your routines. Maybe you need to build a routine to be able to get to that vision. Just write down all of the things that you would have to acquire or do in order to get here. It doesn't have to be super detailed, just a broad vision. Now, once you're done with that, take all of those things and break them down even further. And this time you are going to go into the nitty-gritty details. For instance, if one of these things you wrote down was to get a new job, what is that going to take? Do you need to build a resume? Do you need to figure out what is your work experience? Do you need to get reviews from past bosses? Do you need to move to a different area? What steps would it take for you to get a new job? Once you've done all that and you have a whole bunch of steps for hitting all of these different little milestones, you need to sit down and organize all of these thoughts and all of these actions and put dates on them, put goal dates, put timelines on it. So maybe by the end of July of this year, you want to have that new job. Okay, so then when you break it down into the steps, you need to create your resume by March 15th. You need to apply for X amount of jobs by May 15th. Whatever the case is, you need to break them all down, you need to organize them, and you need to put dates on all these things. Put them on a calendar. Now, after you've done all this, the real physical work begins, because you need to keep these plans in your face and you need to stay consistent. It was on my heart to make this video because I need you to truly understand that no matter where you are starting from, you can make it to where you want to go, but it is going to take work. You're going to have to sit down and figure these things out, and you are going to have to be honest with yourself and stay consistent to your plans. Even if you mess up, even if you make mistakes, even if you fall off for a little while, come back to your plans, be consistent. Love and value yourself enough to stick with the program, and I promise you, a year from now, your life can literally look drastically different if you would just give yourself the time of day and stay consistent. You got this, friend.